By Kardec Radio Spirits. This is a continuation of the chapter readings from the book The Way, the Truth, and the Life, authored by the Spirit Emmanuel through the mediumship of Francisco Candido Javier. Today we will give voice to the chapter entitled Kindred. It's number 62. The New Testament reading comes from Acts chapter 7, verse 3. And he said, "Leave your country and your kindred and go to the land that I will show you." In the circles of faith, many aspirants to the position of disciples of Jesus complain about ongoing opposition by relatives with regard to the principles they have embraced for acquisitions along religious lines. Blood ties do not always bind souls that are essentially akin to one another. Quite often, due to the impositions of blood relationships, sworn enemies have to live together under the same roof. Therefore, it is reasonable for there to be a division between the concepts of family and kin. The former, family, would constitute the symbol of the eternal ties of love. The latter, kin, would symbolize the crucible of sometimes bitter struggles, in which we must purify the imperfections of the sentiments, merging them into the divine family of love for all eternity. Family would not be kin, but later kin would become the most sanctified expression of family. Let us remember such concepts in order to awaken the watchfulness of our uninformed fellow human beings. On Jesus' pathway, it would be best for faithful disciples to abandon the spear of family squabbling and focus on fulfilling their sublime duty by living exemplary lives. That way, they will be silently exhorting their kin to share in the rights of the larger family, which is the family of Jesus Christ. Emmanuel, in this particular chapter reading, delves into that difference between the family and kin. And of course, family, as he states, has that love tie. However, from time to time, divine justice brings souls that are enemies. And of course, that comes from our past life issues. That particular spirit or our particular spirit may have infringed upon them in the past life, or we may have infringed upon them. Whichever it may be, we are placed together for that reason. There's always a reason behind why we face that particular challenge in our lives with family. So Emmanuel emphasizes the fact that we cannot get into these debates or these quarrels with those particular family members that are, in his particular words, more kin than family, because they really haven't been embraced into the divine family of Jesus. And when we use that element of debate or quarreling, we do not ever succeed. We will not ever succeed in doing that. How do we succeed? Emmanuel gives us the solution, and the solution being our thoughts need to be tame. Nothing that we say, none of our thoughts need to be bad. They have to be positive, love type thoughts, or respect. That's a good one to start with, is respect. Then we'll move to affection and eventually to love. Our words, the same way, in that we look towards respect, affection, and then love. And of course, what he really emphasizes is the action that we take. Again, a respectful action, an affection action, and effectively a love reaction. And these are emphasized. There's a saying that actions speak louder than words. And here, what he's suggesting to us is that we can transform our good thoughts and our good words into true exemplary actions that will show this particular relative or kin that we truly respect and have affection for and love that particular person. And of course, this whole chapter is so interesting because, again, it's occurring at this time of the COVID-19 virus that's worldwide. And of course, how do we contribute towards eliminating this particular virus? And as a spiritist, we know that our selfishness and our pride has been the causative effect for this virus. So we must start with ourselves. We must eliminate that selfishness within ourselves and that vanity or pride within us. Then we can move to our family members and encourage and foster that same type of work that they must do. And this spreads from the family to our social environment, to our work environment, to our city, and all throughout the state and the country, and hopefully the world. But we must recognize that this type of treatment of people must be embraced and brought into our society. I think many of us understand that now. Now it's a time to put it into action, as Emmanuel says. Let us all pray each night that we embrace it ourselves and then are able to, as he said, show the example of how to treat one another. Thank you, my Kardec Radio Spirits, for joining us here today. And so be it.